Hello, welcome to TechShirmet. In this session, we will cover the last few variables from the retrieve job attribute command. So for that, I am taking the program in edit mode. So here you can see that we are covering 4 variables today, and firstly, from line number 10 to line number 13, we have declared the variables. And to know about the data type and the length of these variables, we have to first hit the command. So for that reason, I am doing the RTVJOBA, then press F4. And from this screen you will find all the information related to the variables that we are retrieving with the help of retrieve job attribute command with their type and length. So these are already covered in the previous session, so I'm doing page down, and today we are going to discuss the last 4 variable from this command. Okay, and the first one is DDMCNV. I'm taking F1 here. So once you take F1, it will show the information, what all information we will retrieve from this variable. So here it is mentioned, specify the name of CL variable that receives the special value that indicates the action taken for DDM, means distributed data management, conversation on the job. This variable must be a character variable with minimum length of 5. Now another variable is TSEPOOL. So I'm doing F1 here. Here it is mentioned that specify the name of CL variable that receives the special value indicating whether interactive jobs are moved to another main storage pool when they reach the time slice end. And it is also a type of character variable with the minimum length of 10 characters. Now third variable is THDRSCAFN, which is mainly for resource affinity. So I'm doing F1 here. Here it is mentioned that specify the name of CL variable that receives a special value indicating whether or not the secondary threads have affinity to the same group of the system resources as the initial thread. It will return these special value like star no group and star group in the first 10 characters, and then the second 10 character will contain the special value indicating the level of affinity. So first 10 character would be the star no group or group, and the other 10 character will be the level of affinity, and the special value star normal or star high is returned. These are the special value. The variable must be a 20 characters variable. Okay, now the last variable is RSCAFN group, which is resource affinity group. So if I do page down, F1 here, so it is mentioned specify the name of CL variable that receives the special value indicating that the job has affinity to the system to the same group of processor and memory as as other jobs using the same routing entry or pre-start job entry. The variable must be a character variable with minimum length of 10 characters. The special value that it would return is star no or star yes. If I do page down, then there is no other variable left for this command. So we have covered all the variables for this RTVJOBA. And if you haven't covered the previous variables, then you can watch the previous sessions. So now we got the information. It's time to declare the variable and define the type and the length of the variable. So same thing we have already done on from line number 10 to line number 13. Now I am doing page down. So once this line number 17 got executed, we will retrieve the values in these all variable, and as these variables are already in character type, so we can directly pass these to sndpgmsg command, and inside that we are just normally passing the variable. So just write sndpgmsg, then take F4, and here you can pass your variable. Similarly, I am printing the other 3 values also, but make sure that if you are printing any value which is not in character format, then you have to convert it to character using the star char built-in function. So now it's time to compile this. I'm compiling it. It is compiled successfully. Now we are calling this. So I'm calling it. The first value it returns is star keep, second is star none, third is star no group. So these are the affinity related things, like initial 10 characters will be star group or star no group, and then this is the level of affinity. If I do page down, this is the fourth value. So this is how we can utilize this RTVJOBA attribute command for retrieving the attribute related to the job And today we are done with all the variables that we can retrieve from the RTVJOBA command. So I hope it is clear to all of you, and if you haven't covered the previous session, then you can go through it. And that's all for this session. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechShare Myth.